Once again, welcome back to my channel. So guys, continuing our problem solving series in polynomials, we'll be going to make 23rd question written on the screen. And what is the problem statement given to us? There are few integers n such that n square plus n plus 1 divides n power 2013 plus 61. That means what? When this is what? G of x. This is what? P of x. This means what? This is divisor polynomial. And it means what? It's the dividend polynomial. That means what? When dividend polynomial is divided by divisor polynomial, the remainder polynomial r of x is equal to what? 0 over here. Find the sum of squares of this integers they are asking. So I would have to make use of this thing to solve it further. Actually, no, as soon as I got n square plus n plus 1, what came into my mind? That it be of form n cube minus 1 cube. So that can be written by me as n minus 1 times of n square plus n plus 1. Now what can I see? That n square plus n plus 1 divides n cube minus 1. So I would be making use of this thing. Okay. So what is the dividend polynomial given to me? N to the power 2013 plus 61 is given to me. So I'll be going to write it like n to the power 2013 minus 1 plus 1 means 62 I will write. Okay. I'll be going to bring it in the form of n to the power 3. Then what should I multiply into 3 so that 2013 will be generated over here? 671. Minus 1 to the power 671, let us assume, plus 62. So we do know the identity of x power n minus y power n. So definitely x minus y is the factor of x power n minus y power n. That means n cube minus 1 will be coming over here, multiplied by a constant quantity, plus 62 will be written over here. Now what is the most important thing? Guys, n square plus n plus 1 divides n cube minus 1. So if it is written like n cube minus 1 over here, that means what? N cube minus 1 times of k will be divisible by n square plus n plus 1, because we had already seen this thing. N square plus n plus 1 divides n cube minus 1. So what we have to talk about then? 62 only I have to talk about. That means what? 62 should be divisible by n square plus n plus 1 over here. So to solve it further, we'll be going to do what? Or I may say n square plus n plus 1 divides 62. So what all factors of 62 we know? 62 is divisible by 2, then 31, then 31 it is divisible by, then 1. That means the prime factorization of 62 contains 31 and 2 only. So the final value of n square plus n plus 1 should become what? Either it should be equal to 1, or n square plus n plus 1 should be equal to 2, or n square plus n plus 1 should be equal to 31. Now you might be wondering why only positive factors I am writing, why not negative factors? Guys, it's a quadratic whose value will be always greater than 0. You might be remembering n square plus n plus 1 is a quadratic whose value will be always greater than 0, because the leading coefficient of this quadratic is greater than 0, and the d value of this quadratic, that is b square minus 4ac, that is minus 3, is less than 0. That means it's always greater than 0. So that's why only I am equating it with the positive factors of 62. Or n square plus n plus 1 should be equal to 62 over here. Now guys, we'll be going to get whether any value of n will be satisfying this thing or not. If it is like this, now I'll be going to get n into n plus 1 is equal to 0. That means here I'll be going to get n is equal to 0 comma minus 1. Hope you guys would have got my point. Now if it is like this, now you'll be going to get n square plus n minus 1 is equal to 0, and we will not be going to get any answer over here. So from first case I got 0 and minus 1. From second case I didn't get any answer. Now here we'll be going to get n square plus n minus 30 is equal to 0, and that will be generating the value of n as 6 comma minus 5. You may see it, okay, 6 and minus 5 will come, and when I'll be going to equate it with 62, I'll be going to get n square plus n minus 61 is equal to 0. So guys, you'll not be going to get any integer. No integer satisfies n. Here also no integer was satisfying n. Here also no integer is satisfying n. So from these 4 cases, only 2 cases are yielding the value of n which is satisfying this equation, the integral values of n which is satisfying this equation. So the n can be either equal to 0, or it can be equal to minus 1, or it can be equal to 6, or it can be equal to minus 5. I'll be going to do the square of these all values. That will be what? 0, 1, 36 and 25. So 36 plus 36 will be 72. So the final answer will be becoming what? 72 minus 10, that is 62. So 62 will be the final answer for this question. So guys, most important type of question it is. Why it is most important type of question? Because again we are using the form of x power n minus y power n. Indirectly you have to keep it in your mind that x minus y as well as x plus y is the x minus y is the definitely factor of x power n minus y power n. But if n is equal to an even integer, even natural number, okay, then x plus y also will become the factor of x power n minus y power n. That means if n is an even natural number, then x plus y and x minus y will be factor of x power n minus y power n. But if it is an odd natural number, then x minus y only will be the factor of x power n minus y power n. Hope you guys would have understood it, would have enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, my dear students.